Well, we used to have 2 or 3 of these natural gas heaters, and they just didn't put out the heat that clean burn does. And it don't take very long. Once we come in the morning, we usually set it at a certain temperature at night. And when we come in the morning, we'll turn it up, especially in wintertime. And it takes, maybe 10, 15 minutes or even less. And this whole shop is toasty. You gotta maybe crack the doors because clean burn gets it so warm in here.
When the shop doors are open for extended periods of time, it doesn't bother me. And with these clean burn waste oil furnaces, the heat recovery is incredible. You close the shop doors and it's back up to temperature in no time at all. So I'm not, the typical service manager running around closing doors trying to save a nickel. With the waste oil furnace, I can let it run. In fact, I check it at night before I leave, make sure it's set at 72, 74 degrees. I go home, I don't worry about it. Come back the next day, the shop is toasty warm. We're not having to adjust thermostats. We don't have to come on timers. So after we added the clean burn waste oil furnace, we actually shut this natural gas furnace up here off. We left the Corovacs on just for supplemental heat, but our primary heat went from the natural gas to the clean burn.
DSI recommended where we should mount it at as far as the proper airflow to get the circulation through the shop. And I'd say we never had no trouble after we did it that way. The airflows were probably, I'd say the uniform temperature, probably about 90% of the shop right now, the way the furnace is set up.
The clean burn furnace has many unique features. Just one is that it's specifically designed to burn waste oil. Another feature is its heat exchanger. We have heat exchanging tubes that make the BTU value more than what's called a blast tube furnace, or one that is designed to burn #2 fuel oil.
The only heat we have at this point in our building is our clean burn unit. We do have 2 units that are hung overhead, but since 1998 we've only used those units twice.
We use a boiler which has, we heat our floors with hot water. It's a real efficient way of heat. And the clean burn unit we have very little trouble with.
My experience with the clean burn furnace was that first of all, the heat is excellent. It's warmer than natural gas, provides a stronger heat than the natural gas does, of course, being that it's waste oil or drain oil from crankcases and whatnot, it being free.
Waste oil is a free fuel for the places that produce the waste oil. It burns clean as far as you stand it outside the building. You can't tell that chimney from a natural gas chimney because there's no smoke involved. It's just a very clean burning process that we use. The little bit of ash we get out of this furnace that needs to be done roughly once a year is nothing but maybe a 5 or 10 gallon bucket of ash.
All we have to do is clean the ash out of the unit a couple times a year, and that's the only waste product or byproduct that we have.
With the waste oil heat, one of the things that people think of is the dirty waste oil, and going into it must be dirty heat blowing through the heaters, and we don't see that at all. What goes into the burners has nothing to do with what's coming out of the air ducts.
Well, the brand name Clean Burn is a testament to the way they operate, because there is no smoke generated from them out the exhaust, or they do a real well. The furnaces run real well and are very efficient.
Our clean burn furnace, in my opinion, operates no different than your house furnace. I come in the morning and I turn it up to desired temperature that we work at during the day, which is about 66 to 68 degrees. We've had absolutely no trouble, very little variation in the temperature. It heats very well, real consistent. We're just as warm at one end of the shop as we are to the other. I think a lot of that has to do with the ceiling fans, which I feel are extremely important. We have 9 fans in this building which bring the heat down. When I turn those on in the morning, it feels just as if we have a blanket coming down on you.
It's warmer than what I would keep the shop with natural gas. There's no question about that. The heat out of the furnace is great. You can feel it. It's effective. With our wreckers during the wintertime, we'll bring many vehicles in that are frozen up, especially diesel-type vehicles. And if I get a vehicle in here that's a diesel, and we get it anywhere in the vicinity of that clean burn furnace, in an hour, that vehicle's thawed out. It works that well.
We've really found with the use of these clean burns that our people are much more comfortable, and we keep a very comfortable ambient temperature in here, probably 70+ degrees, even on the coldest of days. And it's really comfortable for our technicians to work. They all comment on how much better heat source it really is.